and welcome to your senior high school accounting Made Easy. Made easy para chill ka lang. Ayos ba? Kunin na ang kape at module at magsimula na tayo. Our lesson for today is about the last financial statement. Tandaan niyo pa ba yung tatlo? Can you name them? Very good kung tandaan niyo pa. Those are SFP or the Statement of Financial Position, SCI or the Statement of Comprehensive Income, and SCE or the Statement of Changes in Equity. These are the things na dapat alam nyo at the end of our lesson. You should be able to identify the sections of the SCF, classify transactions into operating, financing, and investing activities, and prepare a statement of cash flow. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, syempre, review muna tayo. In your answer sheet, enumerate the parts of the statement of changes in equity. Next, what are the forms of business organizations? The statement of cash flow is a financial statement that explains the changes in cash. Cash is an important asset. It is an account affected by many transactions. The debit side represents cash receipts. Cash receipts come from cash sales, collection of accounts, loans and borrowings, and owner's contributions. The credit side naman of the cash account represents cash disbursement. Cash disbursement come from business expenses, purchases, liabilities to creditors, and dividends to owners. The statement of cash flow is the financial statement that explains the net change of cash for the year. Like the SCI and SCE, the SCF is dated for the year ended and represented based on the three major activities of the business. Mamaya i-discuss natin yan. Ang statement of cash flow ay isang report na nagpapakita ng galaw ng cash sa business. Pinapakita nito ang lahat ng pumasok at lumabas na pera. Yung pumasok na pera, ang tawag doon ay inflow. Samantalang yung lumabas naman na pera, ang tawag ay outflow. Maaring may pumasok na pera kung nagbayad ang customer sa service na ginawa mo or kapag nagbayad ng utang o kaya naman ay nangutang ang business ng pera. Pwede namang maging outflow kapag nagbayad ng expenses o kaya ay nagpautang or nag-withdraw ng pera ang may-ari ng business. The statement of cash flow is important because it provides the net change in the cash balance of a company for a period. Sa pag-report ng cash inflows at outflows, ay i-classify naman natin ang bawat transactions kung ito ba ay under ng operating activity, investing activity, or financing activity. Importante ito para malaman ng owner ng business kung saan napupunta ang pera. Alam naman natin na ang cash ang pinaka-liquid na asset, kaya dapat na ma-manage yan ng ayos. The first section is the operating activities. These are transactions primarily derived from the main revenue-producing activities of the company. Ang examples niyan ay acquisition of supplies, freight in expense and freight out expense, collections from customers, cash purchases and sales, payment for expenses, partial settlement of account, and returns to customers. The second section is the investing activities. These are cash used for acquisition of property, plant and equipment, intangible assets and other long-term assets, as well as cash proceeds from the disposals of such long-term assets. Examples naman yan ay acquisition or sales of non-current assets, acquisition or sales of equipment, acquisition or sale of land, acquisition or sale of a building, cash loan made to other party, and cash collection on long-term note receivable. Last section is the financing activities. These are transactions that reports cash received and cash paid to equity owners and long-term creditors. Examples of financing activities are initial investment, drawings, and loans. Let's have a short game to test your memory. Ang gagawin nyo lang is to identify whether the following transaction is an operating, investing, or financing activity. Kaya ba? Number 1, cash received from customers. Ano ba yan? Operating, investing, or financing activity? The answer is operating activity. Number 2, freight out expense. The answer is operating activity. Third, cash drawings by the owner. Saan ba yan magpo-fall? Operating, investing, or financing activity? The answer is financing activity. Number 4, purchase of computer. The answer is investing activity. Number 5, cash received from sale of furniture. The company's main line of business is not related to furniture. Ano ba yan? Investing, operating, or financing activity? Ang sagot? Financing activity. Number 6, sales refund. The answer is operating activity. Ito, last na to. Number 7, the owner bought a land to put up a new warehouse. Is it operating, financing, or investing activity? The answer is investing activity. Congratulations kung naka 7 out of 7 ka. Kung hindi naman at may mali, naku, baka mali ang ballpen. Balikan mo mamaya and try to answer them again. Let's now proceed with the preparation of the statement of cash flow. These are the parts of the statement of cash flow. Heading, operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Discuss natin isa-isa. First step is to determine the heading. Same with the first 3 financial statements. The first line is the name of the company, second line is the title of the financial statement, and the third line is the phrase for the period ended plus the date of the financial statement. Number 2, analyze the cash transactions. This is an example of a cash ledger from UI Law Office. So may dalawang side, the debit side and the credit side. Based on the cash ledger, each transaction were analyzed in this table. So there's a column for date, amount, short explanation, classification as to operating, financing, and investing activity, and the reasons. From here, we can easily identify alin yung mga transactions that fall under operating activities. Ito yung mga yon. Ayan. We can now prepare the operating activities section. Here, magkasama na yung cash receipts from rendering services and cash payments to suppliers of goods and services. Kaya lang, naka-enclosed in parentheses yung 158,000 since siya ay deduction sa cash. Or yun ay mga transactions na nasa credit side ng cash ledger. Based on this analysis, makikita natin na isa lang yung investing activity at yun ay yung purchase of equipment. From there, we can prepare the investing activities section. Lagay lang natin purchase of property, plant, and equipment. Amount is 36,000. Again, naka-enclosed in parentheses kasi yun ay kabawasan sa cash. Ito naman yung mga transactions classified as financing activities. We can now prepare the financing activities section. Yan, sulat lang, proceeds from cash investment of owners, then amount, proceeds from bank loans, and payment to owner. Bakit nga naka-parentheses ng 25,000? Kasi siya ay cash outflow or kabawasan sa cash. Kumpleto na ang tatlong sections, so we can determine the ending cash balance. Lalagyan nyo yung title sa taas na cash flow from operating activities, then saka yung isa-isahin yung mga transactions. Lalagyan nyo rin yung net cash flow from operating activities. Yun yung total ng mga transactions under operating activities. Same goes with cash flow from investing activities and cash flow from financing activities. Add nyo yung mga totals and makukuha nyo na yung net increase in cash. We can now determine the cash at the end of the period. So simply add the net increase in cash and cash at the beginning of the period. Ang cash at the beginning of the period, yan yung ending balance ng cash from the previous accounting period. Since zero yon, ang cash at the end of the period ay 558,500. Which is, yan namang 558,500 ang magiging beginning balance sa sunod na accounting period. Finally, the completed statement of cash flows for oil law office. Yan. Yan yung ginawa natin kanina. So, ang cash at the end of the period is 588,500. Dapat, pareho lang yan sa ending balance sa inyong cash ledger. Kapag mali, naku, mali na naman ang ballpen. I-recheck ninyo yung inyong ginawa at baka may something wrong along the way. Thank you! See you on our next session. God bless you!